video. Hey everybody, what's up? It is me, your homegirl, Adosha Wright. I am the author of Curly Hair Adventures, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and the founder of the Gay and Girl Skills. I keep saying the founder of the Gay and Girl. The founder of Textures Intercultural Exchange 2019 to benefit the education of cosmetology in the Banjul, Gambia, and I am with my favorite protege of all times, the lovely Miss Victoria Webster. Victoria, tell them who you are, where you're from, and what you all about.
Hey, my name is Victoria Webster. I am a stylist at Baddest Blaze Barbershop.
Baddest Blaze, B-L-A-D-S. Or is it Z?
It's a Z.
B-L-A-D-E-Z. See, I had to check myself, okay?
Baddest Blaze.
Okay, and where's that located? Because this is World Wide Web.
It is in Euclid, Ohio.
I'm going to do like you.
It's on.
We're just getting our Victoria on. It is in Euclid, Ohio?
It's on 260th Street.
Okay.
So if anybody is familiar with the area, it's right next to Classic Custards.
All right, so some ice cream people, which we're going to be having an ice cream crawl. So what's your area of expertise?
I'd say textured hair.
So she likes to work with textured hair, and so we are here today to talk about just that. Now I have my lovely guest here who is visiting us from Akron, who by the way did not appreciate the drive through the city. Did you? She said, why can't I get off the freeway and come straight to the damn salon? I'm like, you gotta talk to the city planners about that. I have no idea. So she was so kind, and we appreciate her kindness. I'm just gonna tilt the camera down so you guys can see what we are working with. So this is her Afro textured hair, and the light is it's a sunshiny day here in Cleveland. So this is what we're dealing with, and so her goal here is to wash and wear this Afro hair. And so what Victoria and I are going to do is we're going to talk about how she's going to be able to do this, because she has some concerns about this Afro. So give us your top 3 concerns. So number one.
Number one is it shrinks too much.
Okay, so number one, my Afro, it just shrinks too much. Okay, number 2, keep this in mind, okay? Sorry.
It's uneven.
It's uneven, so she's got a little salt and peppers here. You know, that little asymmetric Afro jumping off. Okay, so it shrinks too much. It's uneven, and then number 3. She's like, oh, it's so,
I don't know if I have 3.
She like, okay, so she has 2. We're gonna keep it, and she wants to be able to wash and wear. So there's your 3. So right now, her dilemma with it is that it shrinks too much. What was the second one? Shrinks too much, and it's uneven, and she wants to be able to wash and wear. So that goes to show you how low my memory is. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Now remember, if you like this video, Victoria and I, we want you to subscribe it. You can subscribe to the channel. Also, you can follow me on all the social media outlets. What about you? What outlet are you on, or platform?
Instagram. So you can follow me at Blossom, the number 2, Beauty.
So Blossom to Beauty is where you can find her on Instagram. And are you on Facebook? Do they want to find you on Facebook?
It's the same thing.
Okay, so everything is Blossom to Beauty, like our hair is just blossoming to Afro-ish, okay? All right, so here we go. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. First things first, for Afro hair, the poof is what makes it natural. That's what makes it an Afro. And that's why they're calling it an Afro, because the fro is the frizz. Now, I deliberately wear my hair in my little, my own natural state, so that we can see that, first of all people, do you consider yourself an African American?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's African American, I'm African American. Are you African American?
I am.
Because some folks don't consider themselves African American. All right, so we want to show you that we are women of the African American diaspora, whatever nationality, ethnicity, whatever, and we all have different hair. So these categories of hair that you're looking at, they are all different. So what Victoria and I do not subscribe to is this whole thing about race and hair, because as you can see, we are of the same quote unquote ethnicity, but the race thing is a little bit pseudo. I can't get off into that, but in the social construct of race, they try to categorize us by our hair textures. So she has the stereotypical Afro textured hair that they're describing or assigning to Africans. So all Africans and people of the African diaspora do not have the same hair texture. So that's the first thing we want you to know. Number two, the Afro is what the hair is supposed to do. So this is her natural state. To get rid of it would be like trying to get rid of all the different shapes on a rock, or to try to make all of the leaves on a tree to be the same, or to not make the trees blossom so much. I mean, what's a tree if it's not a whole lot of leaves and foliage coming off of it? So this is your natural state. So if she wants to get rid of this really bush, how would she really have to get rid of it, honestly? She'd have to alter it. So she has no desire to alter her hair. Now we can wet it, and that's gonna also alter it, but at the end of the day, she's gonna come back to her bush, but we can try different things to tame it. But to get rid of it altogether, you would really have to alter it. So what we're gonna do is play around with all the different things that we can do to alter her beautiful textured hair. So what we promote, and I promote it in my book, and Victoria promotes this at her line of work, is that hair care and hairstyling are about three things: the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. So that's what we're going to talk about. What can we do to make this Afro, work the best that she can live in it, because she has no desire to be driving 40 minutes to a hair salon to get this hairstyle. Now, do you? I do not, okay? And we don't want her to. So do you want people driving all the way to just get their hair done?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. So why yes and why no?
Well, for profit, yes, I would like for my clients to
Yeah, so
come.
if you need to come, then yes, but keep going.
But I would like for my clients to be able to maintain their hair at home.
All right, so if you need to come to the hair salon for assistance, then Victoria and I, by all means, we want you to come and see us. However, there are a plethora, there are just a myriad of all these different people who have no desire to be in the hair salon, yet they need our help. And so this woman here is one of those people where she needs our help. So I asked her to come and help us out so that we can help a whole lot of other people out here who really is having a hard time understanding their Afro hair. So in the spirit of this, start with the right products. All right, so products are essential. Let's start off with a mousse here. So when it comes to taming your Afro, are you familiar with Nairobi? Okay,
Yes.
tell them, what do you like about Nairobi? This is her Vanna White moment. Go ahead, just get there you go.
So I mostly use this when I am braiding, like as a finishing product.
Okay.
So I use it to hold the hair down, anything that's left out after braiding the hair up.
Okay.
Whether it's working with cornrows or individual braids. So that's how I use it.
Any wash and wear? Do you wear it on people want to mow their hair down? Or
I haven't used it for that yet.
Okay, all right, okay. So she uses this as a finishing product with her braiding services. This is a Wrap It Foam It Shine lotion, but most products are very multifaceted. So you can wash and wear and go on this, and we're gonna show you how you can use this on your Afro, depending on how you want your hair to look. So different products will bring about a different look. So if she wants this to be tamed more, she can use a cream. If she wants to see more of the fluff afterwards, she can use a mousse. So people think that these things are not multifaceted, and I would not use that on my Afro hair. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can use this. I'm gonna show you how and why you can. Now, this may not be what she wants to use, but we just wanna show you how you can play around with these different products, okay? Now, let's move over to a nice styling cream. So there are like a gazillion styling creams, but a cream is a cream is a cream. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so we're not gonna go into, I would use curly custard mustard banana pudding. I would use shea coconut butter, almond joy, pecan rolls. And so creams are creams are creams. Our take on hair care products, if it works, use it. Are you big on if you don't use this brand, it's bad? Or do you like?
Not really.
Why not? Talk about that.
Well, everybody's hair is different. Like as you mentioned before, we all have different textures. So if you find something that works for your hair, use it. It might not work for the next person, but if that's what works for you.
Right, so don't get caught up in, I have to use Cantu. I have to use the right product. I have to use Shea Moisture. I have to use Eco Gel. You have to use what works on your fabric, number one. Number two, depending on what look you want. So if she wants this to have a more fluffier look, she would use a mousse. If she wants this to be weighed down, she's gonna use all these different creams. If she wants this to be hard and she wants this to hold, because she's gonna walk the red carpet, maybe she's got a hot date that night, who knows? She's like, maybe I don't know what I got going on. That's what she saw that eyebrow go up. So we don't know what's going on in her life, okay, in her life. So she could also use a gel. So all this, well, gels are bad, mousses are bad, they have alcohol. No. Don't listen to that stuff. Some styles you need a little alcohol to dry out some of the oil to make the product dry faster. It just depends on the look that you're going for. Do you think there's a one product that fits everything you're trying to do, honestly?
No.
Okay, I thought I might just, because she was like,
Had a little attitude.
All right, okay. So why do you not think that there's a one size fit all, honestly?
I mean, I haven't come across a product that works for everybody, just in my experience.
For every hairstyle, you just haven't found it.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's why they're called hairstyling products, because they all don't do the same thing. And so now you're new to the beauty industry as a licensed cosmetologist. What's your take on all this newness that you're seeing that's entering by way of hair care products? What are you thinking about that? Because we're all on the topic of the right products, the right products.
I would say that I think a lot of it is just pretty much like marketing and trying to get new products in front of people so that they'll continue to buy products that don't necessarily work for them and to be used more to confuse people. That's my opinion.
Now she's new. How many years do you have in the industry?
Practicing, I'd say about 3.
She has 3 years. That's relatively new. I have 20. And so I have 320, and I'm going to agree with her emphatically that most of what you're seeing on all of these YouTube channels, all of these Instagrams, these people are marketing and branding, including myself. So let's talk about this. So my product line is called the Right Hair Care Products, and it's a play on all this hoopla that's going on out here. The right meaning R-I-G-H-T. So I made my brand look very, very generic. So did I make this up? No. This is what we would call a private label, and I went through a company called Genesis. So I'm just telling the truth according to proof, according to what she's saying. So you can brand your own spiel, so to speak, and make it happen. So our spiel is, if it works, use it using the right products. For her hair, she brought a product line where the product formulator, she created that product for her unique fabric. She bought it thinking that it can work on her fabric. And why did you buy the product? What was it about the product that made you say, I'm gonna click this and enter my card and pay for it?
Mainly because it was natural, so it said it, right?
So the word natural, what did natural mean to you?
That there's not a lot of things that you don't need.
So she said she bought it because it said natural. And to her, natural products means there are not a lot of synthetic and bad stuff in it, correct? All right, and then was there another reason what made you buy it?
The way that her hair looked after she used the product.
So she saw the testimony of the actual creator. She saw the lady's hair, and she was like, holy camole, guacamole. Let me get some of that avocado juice. And so she wanted to give it an honest to goodness try. And so in all honesty, how did that work out for you, honestly?
It didn't work the way that it worked on her hair.
It didn't work.
Nor did it work really the way I wanted it to.
So in reality, you know, we're not, so what we're saying is that there really no such thing as bad products, to what Victoria was saying. You know, if these products work, then use them. But I'm just gonna be honest. It's just like 99.9% of the times, if you are purchasing products from people that we are called novices, self-taught, autodidactics, passionate people, people who've been doing this since they was born, gifted people, what else you want to call it? People, the anointed people, so the chosen. Let's talk about the chosen few. What about the talented tips, the 9%ers, the 6%ers? All these, the who? The gurus. Let's let the gurus. So all of these people who fall into those categories, I would say buyer beware. It is imperative that you buy your products from companies who have the infrastructure of chemistry, biology, ecology built into their makings of the product. Now, that's not to say that you just can't take some Abyssinian oil and you can take some peppermint oil and you can make it and use it on your hair. That is definitely going to work because you formulate it for your unique situation. But can I take what I just formulated on my hair and put it on Victoria's lock and it's going to work? Probably not. So my product line is private label for a reason, because I don't have personally the finances to pay for a chemist, to pay for a test market, to pay for a dermatologist, to pay for a biologist, a botanist, all these people who are responsible for creating a safe product that you can get your money back on without questions asked. So I went private label for that reason, to her point. So for all the people who are buying stuff from people who are making this stuff and getting real fancy labels and paying nice money for packages, just buyer beware. The packaging on this product, she didn't bring it, but it was absolutely phenomenal. And when she brings it back, I'll take a picture and put it in the link because it is a good product. I would agree from what I read and saw, but it was formulated for her. So we don't want to take away from what these people are doing on their own. But Victoria and I are just pleading with the public to please, 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 please be careful when you're watching this stuff, because one of the things that she said that jumps out more than anything was that the product looked nice on her hair. So the person who created the product, I mean, her heart is in the right place, because she wants to share this. But we're saying from a licensed cosmetologist perspective, we hate it. We can't stand it because we have to deal with this. How much did those products cost you? $75. So for $75, that's a lot of money, okay? I'm not saying no amount of money is too expensive for my hair either. I hear don't turn off our video just yet, okay? But it could have worked. You know, for $75, she should have been able to get something out of it, okay? And so she got nothing. Nothing. What are you using that you really like?
Am I using?
That you said, I really like
I
that.
use Win.
And she used Wen, W-E-N. And how did you like that product?
I like it, but I can't do a wash and wear it.
She likes the Wen, but she just can't do the wash and wear. Now, Wen was the craze on the sulfate free. And so, again, I'm not trying to knock Wen. He was a hairstylist and everything, but he ain't had that in mind.
How were you using it? Like, what did you like about it?
Because it made my hair soft and manageable, but it still has the frizz and the shrinkage still.
Okay, so we're still on the topic of the right products. So she liked the Wen because she said it made her hair manageable, but she didn't like it because of the shrinkage. And see, this is why this video is important, because this whole I don't like the shrinkage thing, that is coming, honestly, it's a European mindset. You know, just because your hair is this, it's not bad. This poof is good, but the society is saying it's not bad. She can do different looks. If she doesn't want to wear the poof, she doesn't have to. But that, in all fairness to the creator of Wen, he would say, well, for your information, Miss Smarty Pants, with all your little Afrocentric starter kit shit on, I didn't make it for Afro, and he probably didn't. But when he marketed it, you would have to admit that people really like the whole word manageable, because we are taught that your hair in this state, and that state is what they call unmanageable, difficult to manage, hard to comb out, nappy, kinky, woolen. Like, these are not good words. They're not words of the African language ever. As a matter of fact, in the research for my book, they don't even have these kind of words. It's just hair. How's that? It's just hair. They don't have these categories. So Europeans love to classify people and things. Africans don't like to do that. We're just beautiful people. Look at our hair. So I don't think none of y'all hair is beautiful. That's fine. You don't have to. We're here to tell you that, you know, your definition of beauty and our definition of beauty is going to be different. But to try to classify us as ethnic hair, we cannot go down, let's get in line. We cannot go down the ethnic aisle, and we can all not buy the same things. So the right products for her would be something that is a foam to give her one look, and creams to give her another look, and then a gel to give her another look, okay? So we would not recommend oil for this hair. No, it's not gonna give her anything but some coating. That's the right product. The right tools are the right combs and your fingers. For her hair, I'm a big fan of the long tooth rake comb or comb out comb, because the teeth are long and you can get through the afro without snatching it out. This is like, I hate this comb. I hate it. Do you like this comb?
Yes and no.
Okay, give me yes and no.
I like to use it when someone is coming out of braids or like a weave, to just kind of get the hair untangled before doing anything to it.
So she likes to pull out the weave hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So she uses this to thatch out weave hair. But would you use this as a regular styling comb? No. Okay, so for thatching out weave, that thatching meaning the hair that's left in, this will collect the weave. So if we have braids or faux locks, correct, feeder braids, and you have the hair left in, you can use this to collect, okay? Give me that squiggly comb. Yeah, let's listen. Now, I don't know whose dumb idea. I want to make sure, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to put their names on here because I don't want to get in trouble. So these combs right here are not FUBU. I don't even know what this comb is all about. These people will have to come on and explain their science behind this. But Victoria and I, we specialize in the science of hair, which is trichology. We are not trichologists, but we like the science, the study of scalp and hair. We see no rhyme or reason, so we're going to move right past that. If you have it, get rid of it.
Anytime I use these combs, I feel like I see so much hair.
Yeah, you are, because I don't know the science. If you know the science, put your comment in there and help us understand it. The short, old school Afro goodie combs is why I don't like these combs. They're made out of a cheap plastic, and you can put them in the drawer, they'll bend. Afro hair will bend this up. Yeah, it will take this and give it a whole new meaning. So this is why I don't like these combs. You can get them in rubber, but they're still not good combs because the teeth are too short. Now on a shorter Afro, yeah, it's good. But on this Afro, don't do it, Gina. Okay, so no. All right, so that's the right tools, and your fingers are good tools. But not for finger combing, but for styling, fingers are good tools. So right products, right tools, right technique. Here we go. Technique is key. Her shrinkage that she is experiencing is 99.9% a result of her technique. And her technique is, now you tell me if I'm wrong, that after you wet your hair, do you squeeze the water out and towel blot it and try to style it? Is that what you normally do? So she admitted, see, I don't even know her. We didn't rehearse this, did we? So she says you do this in the shower over the sink.
I wrap it up.
So she's in the shower, so she wets her hair, then she puts a towel on it, squeezes the water out, put a towel on it, and then try to style it. So that's where she goes wrong. And so the towel is going to suck out all the water, which she needs. She needs the water to help do what to the hair? Tame it, because she doesn't want it to shrink. So at that point, we need to have this hair soak and wet. I'm talking about dripping. So if you don't want this much shrinkage, you have to do this hairstyle in the shower with no towel. And I mean no towel. So what I'm supposed to do, walk around the house dripping naked? Yes. So tell your husband it's about to be on, boo, but it's slippery when it's wet, okay? It's about to go down, all right? Or just tell your grandkids, Granny's coming through, all right? Put towels on the floor. You have to do this while it's wet because Afro hair loves what? The air. It loves the air. It absolutely loves it. And that's what makes it just like something like a phenomenon. You know, I always say that all the time. So to defy the relationship, the natural love that Afro has for oxygen, you need water. So we're gonna take her back to the bowl and we're gonna wet it. So her concern about this bush that she doesn't like, she likes her Afro, right? Yeah. So let me just make this clear. She is not saying that I don't like my Afro. She's saying I don't want to wear an Afro all the time. I would like to see the versatility of what my own hair can do. And what this video is saying is that no two heads of hair are alike. And it is imperative that you play around with different stuff. Go to stores, buy from companies who will give you your money back. You do not want to trade off with you can get, you know, shop back in the store. No, you want to get your money back, okay? And then you want to be able to play around and try what works, and if it works, keep it. If not, throw it away. Do you like to mix stuff together, by the way? Like, do you like cocktail and create things?
Not so much. I haven't experienced that.
So if you buy stuff out the bottom, you just use it straight as is. You don't add a little oil,
right,
put a little sauce to it. Okay. All right, now I do because it's rare. So but she's new, and so if she buys this product and she's open it up, she's gonna use it. Me, if I think the hair needs a little oil, add a little oil to it. If I think it needs a little bit more cream, I might add a little. So feel free to cocktail and mix it all up if you want to. If you want to put some essential oils in this, you can, you know, get jiggy with it and, you know, put it and make it your own. So sometimes you have to do that. Why? Because Brandy said it best. Almost doesn't count. So sometimes the product is almost, if it just had a little bit more, you know, marmalade, a little Kool-Aid, it'll work. So yeah, so feel free to mix stuff. Now, most companies say, we don't recommend that. We do. Why? Because we're hairstylists. We know what the hell we're talking about, okay? We just told you that it's rare that it can happen, but she says she uses this straight out the bottle. I find it nice that sometimes you do have to mix stuff together. So that's what we're saying. We're gonna go over to the shampoo bowl and we're gonna get her together. To her point of this whole, it's lopsided, it's uneven. Why is that, in your opinion?
Well,
She said
because it's not combed.
It's not combed through
Or
properly. It might be time for a haircut, okay? So if you want this to be even, then you want to cut it and then you'll see the evenness on it. Do you have to have even hair to have a beautiful hairstyle? No. My hair, I have an undercut and it ain't nowhere even and it ain't gonna ever be even.
My hair is super even.
So we are not big fans that it has to be even, but does she have to stay on top of her haircut?
Yes.
Why?
Just for the overall look of it, and then also for the health, you want to make sure that the ends are together, like they aren't shedding.
Okay, say that louder because they didn't hear that. So come over and touch those ends so that they can see.
I would just say she would need to stay on top of her haircuts just so the overall look of her hair is good with the appearance, and then also the ends of her hair aren't breaking or her hair isn't shedding.
All right, so it's kind of like filing your fingernails. That's what she's saying. So does you have to cut this off? No. So we're not going to cut her hair today because is it imperative? Do you want it to be that even or you're just fine with the style?
When I said even, I was talking about as far as it doesn't shrink the same on both sides or anything like that. I don't know that you can actually get it even.
Oh, you could. You just cut. So good point. Yes, yes. So she was saying in her mind, and what she was referring to in even was that this curls here, this curls there, that curls there, that curls there, and so that's what she wasn't liking. So what we're saying to her, if you cut it, you can get a more symmetry into the line of the look. But all the fibers are going to do something a little bit different, just like leaves on a tree. If you look at a leaf, they're not all the same exact size, the same shape. They're not going in the same direction. You know, some branches are doing this, some are doing that. And that's the beauty of the diversity of a tree and also your hair. So, so on that note, the unevenness is just the natural effect of when you wet the hair. But if you want to see a definite shape or style on it, if you cut it, you can get that. You can definitely get it with clippers, with shears, or whatever, okay? So we're gonna come back with part 2 of right products, right tools on Afro hair and shrink edge. We'll be back. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Peace, love, and hair. If you ain't got no hair, then what? Rub your bald head. We'll be back.